Well, today marked the end of the World Cup with Spain winning it by 1-0. And let me tell you, it was a very one sided game. Argentina just never looked like they were in the game, they never looked like creating chances. I think it was up to probably the end of the extra time that they had some like that they had some chances, mainly from Messi. I think I remember one chance that Julian Simeone had, and he should have at least had it on target, but he skied it. Other than that, there was only one team playing, and even that team was not playing to the best of their abilities. But one thing that we take away from this game is that football won today. You know, beautiful possession based controlling football from Spain ended up in the victory, whereas the other team who were just looking for fouls were looking to be very aggressive off the ball rather than on the ball. Even when you see the ball, you know, if the ball is in the air and the ball is coming to them, even when they're heading, if they can't reach if they can't read the ball with their head, they try to use some other tactics like, oh, probably I have a chance, I'll elbow him, or something like that, which was not the best spectacle for casual watchers, should I say, for people who are tuning in for the first time and watching the World Cup. They're like, okay, this feels a bit malice. But again, congratulations to the Spanish team. Congratulations to their manager, man. You know, Luis de la Fuente or whatever his name is. Sorry, but he is like completed national football in like 4 years. He won the UEFA Nations League. He has won the European Championships or the Euros, and now he has the World Cup. The one thing that I loved about the Spanish Federation is that they allowed a manager who managed their under 21s. He's won the Euros with the under 21s. He's, I think, won the Olympics with them, if I'm not wrong. I might be, but you know, so he was the manager of those young players. He was the manager when Dani Almo was playing in the under 18s or under 21s. So he has had so much like time and probably those players propelled under him, and they are willing to play according to his ideology, if that makes sense. And did they play well, bro? They only conceded one goal the entire tournament. Kubarsi, who is so young, Lamine Yamal, he doesn't even know what he has achieved at this age. Or probably most of them. Gavi, I think Pedri is a little. Even Pedri is very young, but like he's probably more mature than the other two that I just mentioned. Huge moment for Ferran Torres, who has had a lot of scrutiny when he was in Man City, be that when he was in Barcelona. He had a good season this year. I think he scored some 16, 17 goals. And none of them were penalty goals. So like he has something on his CV, and how he took that goal was unbelievable. And you know, just kudos to them. You know, enough of that. Enough of talking about Spain. Overall, the World Cup was great, even though we saw some crazy calls for some some teams, mainly one. I'm just kidding, but I want to give flowers to someone who doesn't need me to give him his respect or his anything. He is the best player to ever play football. Even though I'm a Ronaldo fan, I would say Lionel Messi is the greatest player to ever play football, without a doubt. Like, not because he's won the World Cup, not because he performed so great in this World Cup, but because how he has played and he has continued to play at this point in his career. He's 39. He's unbelievable. You know, he was the only guy. He is the reason that this Argentina team is in the finals of the World Cup, or were in the finals of the World Cup. Whatever happens from now onwards in Messi's life, he has achieved everything that he needed to achieve. He is the best player to ever do it. He is better than anybody I have actually ever seen. I've been watching football from 2014-15 season, you know, when Liverpool, I'm a Liverpool fan, Liverpool signed Jurgen Klopp. And since then, even though I have dazzled, I've been dazzled by Cristiano Ronaldo. I have cried for Liverpool. But like there has never been a player that is more pleasing on the eye, if that makes sense, or who does, you know, when you play FIFA, you know, there's always that pass, that killer pass that puts you in front of the goal. The guy who creates that is you. You know, when you're handling that. Lionel Messi is someone who is actually playing the game on the football pitch. He is controlling the game with his vision, with his mind, with his feet, and he's just a magician. He's unbelievable, and how he played this season. If he had won that World Cup, he deserved that ninth Ballon d'Or. Doesn't matter what the fuck he did in his club career, just because of this, how he performed in this World Cup, he deserved to win that Ballon d'Or or Super Ballon d'Or, whatever it is. Just give it to him. Like I don't care anymore, you know. And you know, sad to see my goat go out like that. You know, when someone else's team, you know, for example, Messi's team is willing to die for him, willing to die for their shirt, willing to die for their captain, and on the other hand, there's a team who on paper is probably better than this Argentina team, right? The midfield at least is better than that Argentina team, but they never played for their captain. They never played for their greatest player from their country, or the greatest ever player in Europe at least. But you know, it is what it is. You know, he's 41. He scored, I think, 3 goals or 4 goals, whatever he did. It's amazing from his end, and you know, I will miss him. 110% gonna miss him. But this Portuguese team, man, they have so many quality players, but I don't see the quality when I see them play. I don't see that. I don't see that hunger that I saw in that Argentina team, even though they play the brand of football which pretty much nobody likes other than the Argentina fans or the Messi fans. But still, like, they have that passion. They have that grit to fucking achieve, to go that extra mile that these Portuguese players are not, or were not at least, in this World Cup, willing to go to. And now, let's talk about it's coming home. It could have, mate. It should have, but it did not. And I'm upset. 101% upset about this. They should have won this World Cup. They had a chance to win this World Cup. If they were in this final, at least it would have been a better spectacle to watch for a casual who's not supporting any of the teams. And they bottled it against that Argentina team in that semi-finals. They should have won. They should have, if they hadn't gone that defensive, because up to that 60 minutes there were only one team winning that game, and that was England. And Tuchel did what even Gareth Southgate wouldn't have done, I think. Probably, yeah, he would have, but I don't know. The mentality, I don't know if it's the player or if it's the manager who was just scared, because you are too concerned that they don't score. You are giving up so much that that you stop them from scoring. You're not creating anything for you to score, and that is what took this game away from that English team. You know, I loved how they started that aggression on, and you know they were in their faces, and I love that from Jude Bellingham. He had them rattled for a while. Even Messi was a bit like shaky, I would say. But then, you know, if you let the greatest player to ever do it for 40 minutes to attack you, what the fuck do you expect him to do? He's obviously gonna create a moment of magic, and he did twice, maybe once, I'll say. The first one, if there was a better keeper than Pickford, fuck Pickford first of all. No, I'm just kidding. You know, he should have done better, but again, whatever. So yeah, that's about it, man. And I'm excited now that the club football is coming back, and I have something. And now I have the dog in the fight. I'm excited about that, first of all. And hopefully we sign some players. Fuck me, bro. We ain't signing anybody, let's be real here. Hopefully we sign some new players, and I'll be doing more Liverpool content when the preseason begins. And then probably that's about it. And I'll see you in the next one. Congratulations to the Spaniards, and farewell to both of the GOATs. At least one is mine, and one is the football GOAT. Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. Thank you for everything, guys.